In the early 19th century, a British adventurer by the name of James Brooke set out to explore the wild and untamed land of Sarawak. Little did he know that his journey would lead him to become the first White Rajah of Sarawak, a title that would see him rule over the land and its people for over 2 decades. Brooke's tenure was marked by daring battles against fierce headhunters, political manoeuvring with local leaders, and a tireless dedication to bringing peace and prosperity to the region. But Brooke's story is not just one of adventure and conquest. It is also a tale of a man who fell in love with the land and its people, and who ultimately dedicated his life to their well-being. Join us as we delve into exploring the incredible life of one of Great Britain's finest exports, James Brooke, and the incredible state he and his dynasty developed. In the early 1800s, James Brooke set out on an adventure to explore the East Indies. He was born into a wealthy British family and had a privileged upbringing, but like many of his contemporaries, he yearned for something more. He wanted to see the world, to make a difference, to be a part of something bigger than himself. And so he left behind his comfortable life in England and set sail for the unknown. Arriving in Borneo in 1839, Brooke found himself in a land of incredible beauty and great danger. The island of Borneo was home to fierce pirates, who preyed on ships and coastal communities alike. The local tribes and ethnic groups were also in a state of flux, with various sultanates and chiefdoms vying for power. It was a place of great opportunity, but also great risk. Brooke, however, was not one to shy away from a challenge. He offered to help the Sultan of Brunei put down a rebellion led by a local chief, Pangeran Makota. The Sultan, in gratitude, gave Brooke the title of Rajah of Sarawak, a region located on the northwest coast of Borneo. With his new title, Brooke set out to establish his rule over Sarawak. He quickly gained the support of the local tribes by offering them protection from the pirates who plagued the region. He also implemented a series of reforms aimed at improving the lives of the local people. Brooke abolished slavery, introduced a system of land tenure, and established a code of laws to govern the state. But Brooke's journey was not just about making a difference to the lives of the people of Sarawak. It was also about fulfilling his own dreams and desires. It was about proving to himself and the world that he was more than just a privileged young man from England. It was about becoming a true leader, a true hero. And that's exactly what he did. James Brooke, the Rajah of Sarawak, became a legend in his own time. His name was known and respected throughout the East Indies, and his deeds were celebrated in newspapers and books back in England. He was a man who dared to dream, and had the courage and the determination to make that dream reality. As we embark on this journey through the history of Sarawak and the life of James Brooke, let us remember that this story is not just about a man and a place. It's about the human spirit and what it can accomplish when it is set free. The year was 1841, and James Brooke, the newly appointed Rajah of Sarawak, set sail on a journey to the unknown. As he approached the coast of Borneo, he couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement and apprehension. He knew that the task ahead of him would not be easy, but he was determined to succeed. As he landed on the shores of Sarawak, Brooke was greeted by a land of incredible beauty, with lush jungles and sparkling rivers. But he also saw the poverty and suffering of the local people, who were plagued by ruthless pirate gangs that controlled the waters. Brooke knew that his first priority was to bring peace and security to the region. He immediately set to work building a powerful navy to protect Sarawak's coast from pirate attacks. He also established forts and garrisons along the coast to deter future pirate raids. These efforts were successful, and piracy in the region was greatly reduced under Brooke's rule. But Brooke's work was far from over. He knew that in order to truly establish his rule, he needed to gain the support of the local tribes and ethnic groups. So he set out on a journey to meet with the Dayak people, the dominant ethnic group in Sarawak. They were initially suspicious of Brooke and his intentions, and there were several uprisings and rebellions against his rule. But Brooke was determined to win their trust. He travelled deep into the jungle, meeting with the Dayak leaders and listening to their concerns. He offered them protection from the pirates and implemented policies to improve their lives. He also provided education and employment opportunities. With the support of the Dayak people, Brooke was able to bring stability and prosperity to the region. But Brooke's early years as Rajah were not without challenges. He faced resistance from several local tribes, particularly the Dayak people, who were initially suspicious of his intentions. He was also accused of being heavy-handed and authoritarian in his approach. However, Brooke's determination and his willingness to listen and work with the local tribes and ethnic groups helped him establish his rule over Sarawak and bring stability and prosperity to the region. Are you ready to ignite your passion for British history? Join us on a journey through time as we uncover much of the rich and fascinating stories of our past. As we travel across our former vast empire and the people who built much of the world we live in today, our goal is to bring British history to life and make it enthralling and engaging for all ages. But we need your support to make it happen. By donating to our Patreon, you'll be investing in better videos, interactive maps, animations, and expert interviews. Your contribution will be used to reach more people and inspire a new generation to appreciate and take pride in British history. Together, we can make history come alive. Donate now and be part of our crusade to revive the pride in our past and pay homage to the great British heroes that built the modern world. Click the link in the description to support us today for as little as £5 a month. Now back to the incredible life and achievements of the first White Rajah of Sarawak. As the sun set on James Brooke's first year as Rajah, he couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. He had faced many challenges, but he had overcome them all. He had brought peace and security to Sarawak, and had gained the support and trust of the local tribes and ethnic groups. He had proven himself to be a true leader, a true hero, and he knew that this was just the beginning of his journey to make a difference in the world. He knew that he had his work cut out for him. The local tribes and ethnic groups were not ready to accept his rule easily, and he needed to gain their trust and support if he wanted to establish his rule. He knew that his interactions with these groups would be crucial to the success of his rule and would ultimately shape the history of Sarawak. During the early years, there were several uprisings and rebellions against his rule. Brooke knew that he needed to win their trust if he wanted to bring stability and prosperity to the region. So he set out on a journey to meet with Dayak leaders, travelling deep into the jungle to listen to their concerns. He offered them protection from the pirates who were prevalent in the region and implemented policies to improve their lives. He also provided education and employment opportunities, which helped to gain their support. With the support of the Dayak people, Brooke was able to bring stability and prosperity to the region. He encouraged the development of agriculture, particularly the planting of pepper and other cash crops, which helped to generate revenue for the state. He also established a system of taxes and tariffs to generate additional income, and build roads and infrastructure to improve communication and transportation within the state. Next, Brooke turned his attention to the Malay people, who were the traditional rulers of Borneo and had a complex system of sultanates and rajahs. Brooke knew that he needed to navigate these political relationships carefully if he wanted to gain their support. He offered them protection from the pirates and helped to resolve disputes between different sultanates. In addition to the Dayak and Malay people, Brooke also had to deal with other tribes and ethnic groups, such as the Chinese and the Orang Ulu. Brooke's interactions with these groups were similarly shaped by his need to gain their support and protect them from pirates. He also established policies and laws which helped to improve their lives and promote trade and commerce. To establish his rule, Brooke implemented a series of legal and administrative reforms in Sarawak. He established a system of land tenure, which helped to settle disputes over land ownership and improve the lives of the local people. He also introduced a code of laws to govern the state, which helped to reduce crime and promote justice. As Brooke's rule progressed, he was accused of using violence and repression to maintain control, and of being more interested in the accumulating of wealth and power than in the welfare of the people. Despite these criticisms, Brooke's rule was generally seen as a positive force in the region, and he was able to bring stability and prosperity to Sarawak that still lasts to this day. Brooke was able to maintain the support of the majority of the local tribes and ethnic groups, which helped to ensure the stability and prosperity of Sarawak during his rule. When James Brooke arrived in Sarawak in 1841, the region was in chaos. The local tribes and ethnic groups were plagued by the ruthless pirate gangs that controlled the waters, and there was little stability or prosperity. Over the course of his rule, he transformed Sarawak into a peaceful and prosperous region. He encouraged the development of agriculture, particularly the planting of pepper and other cash crops, which helped generate revenue for the state. He also established a system of taxes and tariffs to generate additional income and build roads and infrastructure to improve communication and transportation within the state. Furthermore, Brooke was committed to improve the lives of the local people. He abolished slavery, introduced a system of land tenure, and established a code of laws to govern the state. Brooke's efforts to improve the lives of the local people were met with appreciation and support from the local tribes and ethnic groups, which helped him to establish his rule over Sarawak. Brooke's rule was generally seen as a positive force in the region, and his legacy is remembered as a period of stability and prosperity in Sarawak's history. In the end, James Brooke's legacy is one that is both revered and respected, especially by the people of Sarawak. His impact on Sarawak's history is undeniable. He brought peace and security to the region, established stability and prosperity, and improved the lives of the local people. His rule may have been viewed as controversial by anti-colonial voices, but it was also effective in shaping Sarawak into the prosperous and stable state that it is today. His impact on Sarawak's history will always be remembered as one of the most important and impactful in the region's history. James Brooke, the Rajah of Sarawak, was a man who dared to dream, and he had the courage and determination to make that dream a reality. He came to Borneo as a young man, filled with ambition and a desire to make a difference in the world, and in his time as Rajah of Sarawak, he did just that. Brooke brought peace and security to the region, established stability and prosperity, and improved the lives of the local people. It was also effective in shaping Sarawak into the prosperous and stable state it is today. His impact on Sarawak's history will always be remembered as one of the most important and impactful in the region's history. But James Brooke's story doesn't end with his death in 1868. His legacy lives on in Sarawak, and his impact can still be seen today. His efforts to improve the lives of the local people, his abolition of slavery, and establishment of a system of land tenure were instrumental in shaping Sarawak's society and economy. His role in reducing piracy and bringing peace to the region helped to create the stable environment that allowed for economic growth and development. After Brooke's death, Sarawak continued to be ruled by his descendants, the White Rajahs until the Japanese occupation in World War II. After the war ended, Sarawak was ceded to the British Crown and later became part of the newly independent Federation of Malaysia in 1963. Today, Sarawak is a prosperous and developed state with thriving economy. The legacy of James Brooke is still celebrated in Sarawak today. His statue stands in Kuching, the capital of Sarawak, as a reminder of his contributions to the state's history. The Brooke Heritage Trust, established in 2002, works to preserve the heritage of the White Rajahs and promote the legacy of James Brooke. James Brooke's legacy as the Rajah of Sarawak is one of dedication, courage, and a deep love for the land and its people. Through his tireless efforts, Brooke brought peace and prosperity to a region plagued by rebellion and headhunting. He built schools, hospitals, and infrastructure, and worked to improve the lives of the people he ruled over. His tenure as Rajah was marked by a deep sense of responsibility and an unwavering commitment to do what was best for the people of Sarawak. In the end, Brooke's life was a testament to the power of one person to make a difference, and to the idea that with determination and a sense of purpose, anything is possible. James Brooke's legacy lives on in the beautiful land of Sarawak, and in the hearts of the people he ruled over. He will always be remembered as a true leader and a true hero. His statue stands in Kuching, the capital of Sarawak, as a reminder of his contributions to the state's history. The Brooke Heritage Trust, established in 2002, works to preserve the heritage of the White Rajahs and promote the legacy of James Brooke. Thank you for watching our first YouTube video. Join our crusade to revive the pride in our past and pay homage to the great British heroes that helped build the modern world. Click the link in the description to support us today for as little as £5 a month. This channel won't be used as a vehicle to enrich its owner. This is a passion project, a charitable endeavour with a charitable focus and ethos. The goal here is to make a difference, so that every child growing up knows the name James Brooke, Arthur Wellesley, or James Wolfe. I feel that given their immense achievements and sacrifices, they should go on being remembered. If you agree and would like to make a difference too, please click the link below and donate to our Patreon. Thank you for your support.